Go.
Welcome back to Coffee and Candor. This is Ross,
Brandy,
Amber,
and Chris.
Today I want to talk about something I've gotten interested in lately.
and by interested, he means obsessed. It's all we get to fucking watch anymore.
Stop it.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm bad.
I'll moderate this shit.
Look, I care what you say to me. I'm sorry. Don't
Come
look
on,
at me
Ross,
with that
Ross.
face.
Come on, I want to talk about this. It's the only face he has, by the way.
Oh my god!
Come on.
I'm gonna kill her.
Come on.
Okay, what do you think is the accepted theory of civilization?
Oh, that's a long discussion. There's a couple. I've watched the same shit you have, so the diehard Bible believers believe that the Earth is 10 to 12,000 years old, and that is it, and everything that doesn't agree with that must be a lie.
Well, I'm going to go on a limb and say that's redonkulous.
Oh, okay. Let me finish the question, or the answer rather. The traditional scientific thing is that the Earth was formed 4.5 billion years ago or so, and then we spun around for like 3.5 billion years. That's billion with a B.
Yeah.
And then an amino acid crawled out of the swamp, and then we had people. Somewhere,
Okay.
somewhere in there.
There might be simplified.
Yeah, I was paraphrasing.
Well, but I'm not specifically talking about evolution. I'm talking more about
civilization.
Human civilization.
Okay. Well.
When
And what do we call in civilization? Like with cities and...
Yeah, I do think that's what he's going
roughly
to get
Okay.
to. So then the accepted narrative is that 6,000 years ago, maybe 7, the first civilization was in Mesopotamia. That was the Sumerians, and they were the first, and then something happened, and motherfuckers popped up in Egypt with obviously
the Great Pyramids.
Obviously knew how to do these advanced
They went from
geoastronomical
like
things. Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
and actually, that's kind of the way they frame it. Like, we went from hunter-gatherers roaming around to all of a sudden there's civilization.
That's what I have a problem with. And so, all right, so then there was the thing, something happened in Egypt, and all of this shit appeared, and then something happened, and they all went away for whatever the fuck reason, and then everybody else kind of populated. There's also that was civilization. I understand that in Africa was where they all say that life began and all that.
Cradle of civilization.
Yes, and that's kind of a misnomer, because life and civilization are not the same thing. But
Yeah.
I think the cradle of life would be Africa, northern Africa, and then the dawn of true civilization would be in ancient Samaria, right? And then everything kind of spread to the west, or I guess spread out from that epicenter.
Well, here's what I want to talk about. In the last couple of decades, there's a lot of new information out there that's come on that basically says a lot of that's false. And for instance, the site of Göbekli Tepe in Turkey, they've now proven it to be 10, 11,000 years old, well before ancient Egypt.
I think it's older than that.
And I mean, there's been hints that, but they've proven it to be at least 10 or 11,000.
Angkor Wat is older than the fucking pyramids. That's the one in Cambodia.
Yeah.
But Göbekli,
Beautiful.
oh god, it is. Göbekli Tepe is the only megalithic structure that they know of that is fully intact. It hasn't. It was, they're excavating it, but it wasn't covered by like erosion and shit like
one
that.
of those things where there's
They say it was
newer
actually
civilizations on top of it.
right. They say that it was actually filled in on purpose to preserve it.
But what kills me is the, I mean, humans as a rule are curious. I think we're intelligent, we're open-minded.
Some of us more than others.
Pushback And to me, I want to know.
Well, the reason
Where our
there's
civilization
pushback
came
is
from.
because
Well, yeah, it's
of religion.
money.
Well, it's
religion.
religion.
I don't know that it's
It's
just
not just
religion.
religion,
I think a lot of it is reputation. Because, all right, so there have been scientists that have gone, geologists and
Right.
all of those types of people that have gone and inspected the Sphinx and said, no, your 4500
there's no way
BC time frame is absolutely fucking wrong. This is like 10 or 20,000 years older than
Right.
that.
Well,
Because of
exactly.
the
Based on
erosion
the
and the-
erosion. I mean,
Right.
this is hardcore science. Geologists looking at it and saying, "Look."
but the thing is, the guy's name is something what's a fucking minister of antiquities in Egypt? Something Al Zawahi.
Zawahi, yeah.
Yeah, he. I don't understand why he is just. It's like he's got his fucking life staked on this idea
on what he has framed to be
those
Yeah.
dates,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the idea that those are the oldest structures in the world, even though Göbekli Tepe has been proven to be older than the Great Pyramids.
But you know what's crazy about that? Because I found out recently there's a temple there, and it shows, I can't remember
What, in
which.
Giza?
It's not in Giza, it's in Egypt. I don't think it's
okay.
at Giza. But it shows, and I can't remember which pharaoh it was, but you know, there's hieroglyphs and there's depictions of this, and it shows.
There's the one that his symbol looks like a fucking bird, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I saw that the other day.
It shows him showing his son.
Yeah, no, I saw that. Yep.
About the line of pharaohs, kings, whatever you want to call it, going back into antiquity.
Right.
Well, what's crazy is Hawass.
Well, I would think it's going back into prehistory.
Well, here's the thing, though. Hawass and a lot of other Egyptologists, it's like Egypt all of a sudden starts at this point and comes towards us.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at this temple and you look at all the depictions, the kings and the pharaohs listed and depicted on this
Are you talking about the ones that are on the king's list?
go well beyond? Yes, go past that into the past.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hello,
hundreds of thousands of years. Yeah,
which is insane.
They've got the king's list that the rulership of each king is measured in what's called a sar, and each sar is 3,600 years. And some of these motherfuckers, they say, ruled for 10 sars.
Yeah,
and I don't understand how the fuck that's possible.
Well,
but and also a lot of that might be up to interpretation.
Yeah, true, true.
Because,
but if you have this, it's like taking 10,000 items, going back to number 5,000 and just starting from there.
Yeah,
You're just going to ignore all this.
Well, and so the thing that actually got us started on this was that Graham Hancock video that you sent, and we both watched it. I actually watched it twice because I watched it while I was supposed to be working, and then watched it with her. And so Graham Hancock said basically what we said, except a lot more eloquently with a lot more authority and research behind it.
Yeah, I kind of lost interest in him when he was talking about flat Earth.
Well, he wasn't saying that the Earth is flat.
What was he saying?
I didn't hear him say anything about flat Earth at all.
Yeah, because when somebody says that, I immediately go, you go in the idiot box. I don't listen to you anymore.
Let's come back to that. Not the idiot box, but the flat Earth thing.
Yeah.
I cannot be nice and debate.
That's fine. I'm not going to debate it. But the thing is, would I have a... Oh, shit. God.
I love you so much.
What I have a substantial problem with is this idea, and it seems to be mainly with historians, that the information we have is not open to correction.
No.
Just like Scott Walsh. Scott Walsh? Is that right?
Scott Walter.
Scott Walter, yeah. He's
a geologist.
Yeah. He has proven that there were civilizations from Europe that came here before Columbus.
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
That's a...
What in the fuck?
My wife is...
Show me that.
She's trying to get you all to stop talking about this.
No, I'm trying to. I can't talk about it, so I'm just being...
No, that's weird.
I'm just doing my own thing here.
He has proven that... Butt trumpet, by the way. That's not a trumpet, I know, but... Anyway, he has proven numerous times that there were people here before Columbus.
Oh yeah,
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know why this 1492 date is so fucking important.
Well, I don't
That's
understand, and I don't. My thing with this, and Ross and I have this discussion a lot because I'm very well read.
Mm-hmm.
I read a lot. It's like one of my passions, and I've always been really interested in history, prehistory.
Mm-hmm.
So I know I read things that like the average person doesn't read, but I guess I didn't realize this controversy was a controversy.
Yes,
and it shouldn't be,
because in all the things I read, it's accepted. I mean, there's evidence. There's so I'm always like, why are we so excited about this? Don't we already know this?
Right, exactly. But the thing is, they won't change the official history books.
Right.
no.
Because
so this is what we're still teaching our children, all this outdated stuff.
That's a whole nother thing.
Which, but I mean, really, a lot of it, yes, you need to have scientists go in there and do the hard science. There's a lot of stuff out there. Use some common sense and look at what's in front of you, and you can tell that
are scientists that have done the hard science,
I know.
and they still get shut down
ostracized
because oh my God, how dare you say that our version of what happened in the past wasn't complete.
Well, that's just
there's nothing wrong with having
to an insult saying that as science has gotten better and things have gotten more.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with changing the idea of what happened when
just say that we learned more
new information. And if you don't do that, you're lying to yourself and you're lying to everybody that fucking listens to you.
Can you imagine if the medical community reacted that way?
A lot of them do.
Well, okay, fair.
Yeah,
but you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not. It doesn't throw shade on what we knew 20 years ago to say we know more now.
And it doesn't discredit the people who put in all of their lives' work to find that shit out.
You needed your work to get to the point you were before.
Exactly.
It builds. And so I don't understand that.
And the other thing, too, is
and I don't know if it's ego or what.
They completely dismiss any kind of native accounts, etc.
I don't understand that either.
The Inca people. Mm-hmm. All of the big megalithic sites in Peru and all that, the Incans would actually tell you they did not build those. But no, we don't want to listen to them. They want to attribute all of it to the Incan people.
That's fucking ridiculous.
You can go to these sites and you can actually look and you see 2 or 3 different types of construction. Mm-hmm. You can tell that these were built by different people.
So here's what I believe, and it is fluid. It could change if I get new information. I'm open-minded enough to say, hey, maybe what I thought wasn't right. But I believe that there, at some point in the ancient past, was a global civilization. Right? They communicated with each other. Mm-hmm. Like in quick time, not Pony Express kind. I'm talking something fucking quick, and they all had the same idea of what was going on. And here's why I believe that. Number one, all of these massive sites are built on energy way lines throughout the Earth.
Oh yeah,
throughout the planet. The Great Pyramids are actually in the geographic center of the land masses of this planet. You don't do that shit by accident. Oh my God. And all over the world, you have the same types of structures, the same types of pyramidal structures.
Base,
Yeah. And you will never, ever, ever, ever convince me that all of these motherfuckers figured this shit out at the same time.
No, I agree.
They're way too close looking.
Yeah, exactly. I can't believe that.
That there was no
communication.
Right. I think we do such a disservice to our ancestors when we say that they couldn't have, that trade routes weren't established all over the world. They were, and they definitely were aware of other cultures. I mean, they find evidence of shell that only can be found in parts of the Americas, all over the world.
Well, that's another thing. I was talking about
primitive doesn't mean.
No.
Well, primitive. Ancient doesn't mean primitive.
Right.
Is what it is.
No.
But
they in some cases they knew how to do things